Bill Clinton is making media rounds to promote a novel that he has worked on with James Patterson. And during an interview with NBC, the Today Show, to be specific, he said some things that made him look really bad in regard to Monica Lewinsky and that whole scandal. Take a look.
Monica Lewinsky, she wrote in an op-ed that the Me Too movement changed her view of sexual harassment. Quote, "He was my boss. He was the most powerful man on the planet. He was 27 years my senior with enough life experience to know better. He was at the time at the pinnacle of his career while I was in my first job out of college." Looking back on what happened then, through the lens of Me Too now, do you think differently or feel more responsibility?
No, I felt terrible then, and I came to grips with it.
Did you ever apologize to her?
No, yes, and nobody believes that I got out of that for free. I left the White House $16 million in debt. But you typically have ignored gaping facts in describing this, and I bet you don't even know them, so I am not going there. This was litigated 20 years ago. 2/3 of the American people sided with me. They were not insensitive to that.
So he was pretty defensive throughout that portion of the interview. There were more parts where he was asked about Lewinsky. He did not like it. Later, he went on Colbert's show, and he said it was not a great moment for him. He said, "When I saw the interview, I thought that because they had to distill it, and it looked like I was saying I didn't apologize and that I had no intention to, and I was mad at me." And Colbert pushed back at that, but he essentially made all sorts of excuses, making it seem as though they framed the question in a way that made it seem like he never apologized. By the way, he later admitted that he never personally apologized to Lewinsky, but he publicly apologized several times. What do you think?
Yeah, a couple of things here. First of all, that whole thing, if I left $16 million in debt. No, look, you have $150 million now, and that's because you're president of the United States and people keep giving you money to try to influence American politics. So I wouldn't bring that up. That's uncomfortable. Second of all, 2/3 of the American people sided with me. No, they sided with you on impeachment. That's a different issue, right? Whether you should be impeached is a political question, right? They didn't side with you like, bravo, nice job on the Monica Lewinsky affair. That's not what 2/3 of the American people agreed to. So I don't think they should have done an impeachment, but it was certainly not a good idea, to say the least, for Bill Clinton to engage in that affair for 18 different reasons. And yeah, times do change, and a lot of times they change for the better. And so, and maybe an acceptable answer would have been, hey, I should have done a hell of a lot more to apologize to her personally. And to me, the most important part is they smeared her. And I talked about it back then, and I'm talking about it now. They should have never smeared her, and that's what he owes her an enormous apology for. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.